Hello, everybody. We're finally at the end of the road of our positional rankings for this year's class. I'm not doing kickers and punters. I know you guys are crying and pissing your pants about that, but getting the safeties out of the way, then we'll just sit back and get ready for a mock draft here. So, without further ado, we got Bo Braid out of Maryland. Size freaks one last time, get it out. Projections, I don't really know. There wasn't really consensus on these safeties, so I just bullshitted and did my best with that. Fourth to fifth round pick. He could be higher, could be lower. Very good versatility, good physicality for him. He can play standard safety. He'll probably be best suited as a box safety because he lacks the long speed that you would want in a backfield or a deep back safety, and the pursuit angles, an open field tackling. Saw a Nick Cross comp, another former Maryland Terp, liked it a lot, said fuck it. Good enough tackler too, so that's why you want him in the box. Same thing with Malik Mustafa out of Wake Forest. Another fourth, fifth round guy, very good instinct, smart guy, captain, leader, good tackling. It's just deep coverage. He isn't really good. Jump balls, a little stiff too. Change of direction isn't the quickest that you'd like, but all around, I still think he's a very well-rounded athlete. You think of a guy like Mike Edwards, another helping piece there for defense. So I think he can do similar things there. Number 8, we got a guy like a lot, Tyke Smith out of Georgia, at least more than what I've been seeing, the consensus. Fourth or fifth, another guy could be lower, could be higher. Very good range. He's a nice center field type safety, You can put him back there. Good motor, good enough speed and agility. But, lacks the pursuit angles when stepping up in the run, and he isn't the strongest at that. So, he could whiff on some tackles or just pursuing. And then just man coverage isn't the best. You wouldn't want him on an island and consistently guarding your slot guy. But think of a guy like Marcus May has been a well-rounded, solid safety for a while. I think Smith has that potential in him, as well as Kalen Bullock out of USC. Another rangy, athletic guy, good ball skills, good tracking, get enough range. Isn't the strongest, so consistently is he going to be a good tackler? You think of someone like Grant Delpit, who he had a lot of concerns with that coming out. A lot of injury histories, which Kalen doesn't have, luckily, but I loved Grant coming out. I thought he was the best safety, and I still think, unfortunately for the Browns, he's or unfortunate for me that he's on the Browns, but I think he's a very talented athlete, and if you get him Kalen in the right system, I think he can shine too. I don't think that USC defense was really well equipped for any of them. I don't think collectively as individuals, I don't think they're as bad as what the tape shows in the past couple of years. So hopefully he gets coached up way better. Number 6, we got Daydream Taylor Demerson out of Texas Tech. I bumped him up 3rd to 4th round pick. People seem to be more higher on him than the other guys. Very good anticipation. He watches the quarterback, as well as anyone in this class. Watches their eyes, good enough range. But in the watching the quarterback and trying to anticipate where he's going to throw, he isn't the best in zone coverage. He'll let receivers get past him, and then he doesn't have the elite speed to have recovery, so that could be a concern, and isn't the strongest. So same thing with his tackling being an issue there with the play strength. But again, saw Jordan Whitehead comp. I said put it in the keynote. Make that a hashtag at this point, folks. Number 5, got Cole Bishop out of Utah. Another 3rd to 4th rounder, because I said I like him enough. So let's draft him somewhere over there. I don't want to make him a cliche white safety, but he, great tackler, great toughness, good motor, captain, leader, smart guy, all the cliche stuff. Isn't the most fluid guy, change of direction, backpedaling, so he could struggle in man coverage, a little stiff too, but good enough athlete, I think, all around. You think of a guy like Sewell Cravens coming out of USC. He didn't play a long career, unfortunately, maybe because he had injuries, I believe, possibly. I don't really remember, but I don't think Cole has such concerns. If he does, let me know. But a well-rounded guy that I think could potentially be a starter for a while in this league. Then we're going to the more consensus guys, this top four. You've seen different rankings if you're really deep dive in the class like I've been. Jaden Hicks out of Washington State, third round guy. I think he has just a little more oomph to him. Good versatility, a guy who can play back, can play in the box slot. Good smart guy. Isn't the could process what plays being developed. Lacks the man coverage though and long speed that you'd want. So you think of a guy like Deshaun Elliott, who's more of a box guy, big, tall, physical, almost linebacker-esque safety. I think he can succeed there. I mean, the slot corner and or like hybrid safety position, safety linebacker, it's like such a valuable position now in the NFL. So I think every team should have a guy like that. And I think he could fit in a lot of schemes there. So like him a lot, as well as Cameron Kinchins out of the U, third, fourth round guy, very good ball skills, good tracking of the ball, good physicality. I think he can also play a little bit in the box to some extent, or maybe not in the box, but a slot role. Good enough all around in coverage, but lacks the vision, I guess, in reading. Whether that be the quarterback or the routes, he could get tricked in double moves. Needs to be better or more patient at that. And just all around angles with the man-to-man coverage of angling your hips to the receiver, and then in the run game as well. Can mess up on some pursuit angles, but saw Jawan Thornhill comp, liked it a lot. I think he's a very well-rounded, one of the best well-rounded athletes in this position group, so that's why I got him at 3. 2, I got Javon Bullock out of Georgia, another second, third round guy. Good, smart instincts, great versatility. Isn't the strongest, lacks tackling, and lacks the long speed deep. But, I think almost Brian Branch type of player. I mean, that's like the number one guy now, slot, box safety, corner, who I did tell you guys last year I didn't think he was going to be a deep safety, and he played more of a slot corner role and was great at that. So that's the one check I'm going to give myself and then ignore all the times I was wrong. But yeah, well-rounded, good athlete. Could be stronger, could be faster, but again, just put him in a role where he knows, where he can just go out there and read ball, get ball, see ball. He's a willing tackler. He'll come down. It's not like, like he might not be the best at the technique of it all, but he's going to give you his all every play. So someone like Julian Blackmon for the Colts, I think he can be like and even have a higher ceiling potentially. And then number 1, my final guy I'll talk about in these position rankings, Tyler Nubin out of Minnesota. Second round pick. People have tried to creep him into the first round. I just don't know if people are that needy of safeties, and people seem to not be high in this class anyway. I think there's a lot of good potential starters to skill player or role players, depth pieces, but great instincts, great recognition, smart guy, pretty good, well-rounded coverage, man, zone. I'm not concerned about either or. Just a little stiff. Isn't the most fluid guy laterally, and could have some pursuit angles on tackling. But I think he's a good enough tackler, well-rounded, strong guy, very well built for the position. So I think of a guy like Jaquan Brisker, who I liked a lot. I think he can be in that similar mold. So folks, this has been fun most of the time. Sometimes a little tedious for me, but I'll never stop talking ball to the 2.5 people, one being me that watch this shit. So this has been my safeties list, and you guys will see me with a mock draft next week. Or yeah, well, I mean it's Saturday as I'm recording, so this coming week. So this has been your boy King Kaleb here, signing the fuck out.